And finally, we have Dr. Imtiyaz, Affiliate Scholar, South Asian Center, University of Pennsylvania, who will be discussing the rise of religious authoritarianism among Sri Lankan Muslims, implications for pluralism and democratic stability in Sri Lanka.
Hey everybody, assalamu alaikum, good afternoon. So we had a lot of things from all morning to afternoon about the democracy in Muslim societies. So my country is not a Muslim society. It's a extremely single majority society. The Muslims are tiny, thin minority. So we don't have Muslims as a majority. We are Muslims as what I call privileged minority. Okay, anyway, first of all, I want to thank you to Dr. Radwan Masoodi for accepting my proposal, and it's my first time to be in this group. I so far enjoyed it very much. Okay. Before I talk about professor, let me talk a little bit about myself. I'm from Sri Lanka. Was born and raised in Sri Lanka. Then I got my PhD from China, where I lived there almost 15 years. Speak Chinese very fluently. I taught, work, and married to Chinese woman. Then they kicked me out of the country because of my one publication about Uyghur and national questions. So they give me 2 weeks notice. Asked me to get the hell out of that country. So I was expelled 2020, happily expelled, and I came everywhere. I'm here now. All right. So my country, as you guys might know, they call it Sri Lanka. It's a tiny island, or you guys might know, right? Every time I go to class, talk about my country, people have no idea what's your country, Sri Lanka. Because I told my students maybe this country has not been bombed, my country yet. So if you has bombed this country, you could have it know. Anyway, it's a country right next to India, where I was born, raised, and my presentation is about Muslims, what I call privileged minority. So Muslims in Sri Lanka, actually, we have a very solid rights. It's pretty much closer or very similar to what Muslims will have in a Muslim majority country. The reason that we have such a what I call privileged situation in Sri Lanka is there's an ethnic conflict going on between the Tamils and the Sinhalese. So the Muslims in Sri Lanka, we are not associated with the other minority who are Tamils, who speak Tamil language. So we are with the majority ethnic group called Sinhalese ethnic group. Even though I speak Tamil as my native language, I seek my ethnic identity based on my faith, Islam. Making like it again, the Muslims seek their ethnic identity based on faith, Islam, which is a very interesting. That concern came to my community during the British colonial period, when the British administration tried to give the local power. The leaders of my community, they demanded what they call separate and distinct identity for Muslims, even though we speak Tamil language as Tamil. The British easily accepted and gave a separate identity to Muslims. So this ethnic concession not came from the Muslims. It's a Muslim. It came from the top, from the British government, and we took it. We enjoyed it so nicely. And after independence, our successive governments still supported our own identity based on our faith, and they actually accommodated us in a lot of things. They gave us a separate mosque. If I were to build a mosque in my country or in my community, I could build it without any permission. What I teach, what I pray, nobody cares nothing. Government cares nothing. And also, the government, governments have allowed, I usually allowed to establish or found or find madrasas wherever I want. And I could teach anything. Yes, literally anything, saying that non-Muslims would be in a burning hell. They'll go to hell. Whatever I can preach. I can teach those kids who are coming from lower income families. I have read their syllabus, very extremist syllabus, and government pays nothing. They don't care because they want the Muslim support to crush the Tamil tigers. So the Muslim madrasas taught these poor Muslims with a horrible hatred toward non-Muslims, and the government knew and did nothing about that one. But the Tamil tigers who are fighting against the government, they responded to us. They burned the mosque, they expelled the Muslims, and what happened was then the Muslims decided to have their own political party. In the past, until 1985, Muslims did not have any separate party. The reason was simple, because our government is giving everything to us. So why do I want to have no party? But the Tamil tigers, who are Hindus, they burned free mosque, they expelled the Muslim from North Sri Lanka, and we had a new political party called Sri Lanka Muslim Congress. This political party is said very aggressive in terms of formulating the agendas, slogans. I was the time high school kid. I saw it. So their campaign, Allahu Akbar, Nare Sabir, Allahu Akbar. And when you saw this kind of slogans to ordinary people, farmers, villagers, oh my God. Where new gun come to kill people. That kind of emotion. I have seen those things by my own eyes. And the leaders win. When you use Allah Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Rasulullah, and we kill the Tamil tigers, it's one thing. Here, if LTD is killing us, the LTD is leaving us out of our homes simply because we happen to be Muslims, simply because we say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, because of our belief in Allah and Prophet Muhammad. If that is the only reason, it is the commandment of the Holy Quran that we should declare jihad against them and kill every LTD, which shall now intend to slaughter every LTD, including Mr. Prabhakaran. If person Lord, I will be happiest if I can die in battle at the time of sitting the neck of the bloody Prabhakaran. He that the guy Prabhakaran was the leader of Tamil tigers, who were killed on May 9th of 2009. So when that Muslim party was formed, the Muslims responded very positively. The party won a lot of elections. Really easy. Because when you say Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Rasulullah to poor people to win elections, yeah, so they can win the votes. They won easily. A lot of ordinary, uneducated youth and workers because of that La ilaha illallah. Then also in this period, when this kind of what I call Salafist Islam come up, the ordinary Muslims also rallied against the Sufis in Sri Lanka, across the country. Many Sufi mosques were burned. Sufi leaders were killed by Wahhabis, and one of my uncle was narrowly escaped from this Wahhabi attack, and one of the leaders of the Sufi movement was shot and killed, and these Wahhabis did not allow his families to bury his body in his place. What they did was they carry his body, the died Sufi guy's body, to parade the body across the street. They parade his body. Why? Because he was a Sufi. Horrible experiences. So many Sufis were killed. So my uncle, as I said, survived miraculously. And now you see here, the near left, once like you can see that date tree, am I right? Or palm tree, whatever. The tree, a palm tree. You know, my country is no good for this kind of trees because it's a tropical island. You don't see, you don't put that one. But these Wahhabis, we Wahhabi built all these things. They buried. They planted to make sure they are real good Muslims. You know, also you see there's a mosque on your left over there. They build the mosque like a exactly to show that we are the best Muslims, you know, even though we are minority. The government said nothing. Okay, everything happened was, you know, what finally what happened was we saw this guy. We saw the all these, yeah, okay. So all these finally to this guy's rise, ISIS, 2019. So they have a huge terrorist bombing in Colombia, across the country. Syrian people were died by a group of people, and you see here they target the church mainly. You can see one guy is coming to the church. The church was totally bombed and killed. All the people died. All Christians. You may ask me why they're Christians, why they want to kill the Christians, even though Sri Lanka is a Christian country. They said that because there was a bombing in New Zealand in mosque. So they want to revenge Christians in Sri Lanka for that bombing terrorist act. So and they said that the Christians live mainly in democracies. So we oppose democracy. So that's why we kill those people. Okay, it was the last one. You can see the Muslim girls, you know, if you go to my country, you can see a lot of Muslims are nowadays like this. My mom never wear like this. My mom wear sari, the Indian dress, you know. Now you don't see, if you wear sari nowadays, then see you are non-Muslim. And the young boys are being taught kind of Wahhabi style of thinking. So how do we go from here? That good question. How do we go? Where are we going from here? Sri Lanka, the Muslims is still, you know, they are enjoying a very good space. That no any kind of pressure from the government to stop what they are doing, because government want Muslim support. I still have to talk, but I don't want to talk now. I don't more time. If you have any questions, just we can talk later. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.